And while everyone is still reeling from yesterday's horrific military report on the conditions in the hardest hit long-term care homes, there is an issue that has largely been overlooked: the devastating impact loneliness is having on residents who have essentially been locked inside with no family allowed to visit for over 2 months. Some relatives are saying that loneliness is a bigger danger to their loved ones than COVID-19.
She was very lively before. She'd be downstairs singing and laughing and talking to everybody. Now she's a lot of times she's incoherent. I blame the loneliness. Her mental ability is sliding, and it's going down pretty quickly.
Cindy Samulski's mother, Dorothy, is 98 years old. She's legally blind and can't watch TV or read. Her daughter says she sits in her room all day alone. She used to get family visits every day.
Does it feel like a long time since you've been able to see your daughter in person?
Yes.
A month ago, Cindy says she could have an hour-long conversation with her mother. Now it is hard to get her to say more than just a few words.
You got to tell them not to put you to bed all day, and then you can sleep at night. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday's military report on conditions at 5 of the worst-hit long-term care homes noted the devastation social isolation is causing. It states there was, quote, no psychosocial support for residents who have all of a sudden had their families taken away, and that the seniors said, quote, they're scared and alone and feel like they are in jail. Allowing families to see their loved ones, though, poses the very real threat of bringing COVID-19 into long-term care homes. But advocates say something needs to shift.
You can't just leave people all alone in a room for months on end. Other jurisdictions like Alberta and Quebec have started to loosen some restrictions. And Alberta, for instance, they have a model where you can have an outside visit with a designated essential person, and that's going very well.
Why aren't we allowing physically distant visits in long-term care homes outside?
They're seriously considering family visitor policies and consulting with stakeholders. So it is a balancing of risks.
Cindy tries to talk to her mother on the phone every day. Sometimes she drives an hour just to stand outside her 5th-floor window so she can feel closer.
I think if I were to ask my mother and she'd understood, she'd take a chance on COVID. It's all about quality of life now, and she doesn't have quality right at this point.
Another key concern is that residents aren't eating properly. 90% of people in long-term care have some form of dementia and need the social cues they used to get in the dining room. Now they eat alone in their rooms, and staff don't always have the time to sit with them and feed them.